Good morning, students. Today we are going to continue our second chapter, that is forms of business organization, and the topic is types of company. There are two types of company, that is private limited and public limited company. Firstly, we are going to discuss private limited company. A private limited company, section 268 of Indian Company Act 2013, there is, if anyone is minimum capital of 1 lakh, then it is known as private limited company. In private limited company, there are some restrictions or some rules and regulations. Firstly, private limited company cannot transfer a share to anyone. Second, there is minimum 2 and maximum 200 members. Is it clear? And third one is private limited company does not invite any general public to invest in the प्राइवेट लिमिटेड कंपनी. इज इट क्लियर? प्राइवेट लिमिटेड कंपनी में तीनों पॉइंट्स हैं और यही रिस्ट्रिक्शंस, यही क्राइटेरिया फुलफिल करना है. मिनिमम कैपिटल 1 लाख. इज इट क्लियर? सेकेंड इज मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ मेंबर इज 2 एंड मैक्सिमम 200. प्राइवेट लिमिटेड कंपनी कैन नॉट ट्रांसफर ए शेयर टू एनीवन. सेकेंड वन इज पब्लिक लिमिटेड कंपनी. A public limited company is that which is not a private limited company, is known as public limited company. There are some criterias. Of the public limited company. First is public limited company can transfer a share to anyone. Second is there is minimum 7 members in public limited company and for maximum there is no limit. Third one is public limited company give invitation to general public to invest in the public limited company. This is known as public limited company. There are two concepts of public limited company: company limited by guarantee and company limited by share. कंपनी लिमिटेड बाय गारंटी, ये शेयर होल्डर्स की बात की गई है. मेमोरेंडम ऑफ एसोसिएशन इज द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट डॉक्यूमेंट ऑफ कंपनीज that we discussed in next lecture. मेमोरेंडम ऑफ एसोसिएशन में हर पॉइंट्स, हर टर्म्स एंड कंडीशंस को मेंशन किया जाता है. तो लिमिटेड बाय गारंटी, इसमें क्या होता है कि मेंबर्स की जो गारंटी है वो मेमोरेंडम ऑफ एसोसिएशन में रिटर्न होती है. तो जो मेंबर्स हैं वो वहाँ तक अपनी लायबिलिटी के लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल. लिमिटेड बाय शेयर, दैट मीन्स ये जो कंपनी जो गारंटी जो लिमिटेड बाय शेयर्स है, कंपनी के जो मेंबर्स जितने नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स परचेज करते हैं उनकी जो लायबिलिटी है वो सिर्फ वहाँ तक है. फॉर एग्जांपल, एक पर्सन ए है, उसने कंपनी के 1000 शेयर परचेज किए और पर शेयर की वैल्यू 100 है. लिमिटेड बाय शेयर है, तो लिमिटेड बाय शेयर दैट मीन्स ए इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर ओनली द अमाउंट ऑफ 1 लाख. दैट इज नॉन एज कंपनी लिमिटेड बाय शेयर. और लिमिटेड बाय गारंटी, फॉर एग्जांपल ए ने लायबिलिटी गारंटी दे दी है कि मैं 10 लाख तक के लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल हूँ. ये पॉइंट्स बेटा मेमोरेंडम ऑफ एसोसिएशन में सब पॉइंट्स लिखे जाते हैं. तो वहाँ पर जितना ये अपना गारंटी का अमाउंट लिखेगा वो उतने ही अमाउंट के लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल है. दैट इज नॉन एज पब्लिक लिमिटेड कंपनी. और पब्लिक लिमिटेड कंपनी के पास फुल फ्रीडम है. मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ मेंबर्स की कोई लिमिट नहीं है. अपना शेयर किसी को भी ट्रांसफ़र कर सकते हैं और जनरल पब्लिक को फुली इन्विटेशन दे सकते हैं कि उनकी कंपनीज में इन्वेस्टमेंट करें. नेक्स्ट, थर्ड इज 1 पर्सन कंपनी. ये 1 पर्सन कंपनी हमारी पहले नहीं थी. ये कंपनीज एक्ट 2013 में डिसाइड हुआ कि 1 पर्सन की भी कंपनी हो सकती है. रीज़न ये था, सोल प्रोप्राइटरशिप का कंसेप्ट हमने पहले पढ़ा था. सोल प्रोप्राइटरशिप में क्या होता है कि एक सिंगल पर्सन, एक 1 पर्सन ऑनर होता है और 1 पर्सन की कंपनी, बिफोर 2013 का मैं बता रही हूँ कि 1 पर्सन की कंपनी वैलिड नहीं थी, कोई रजिस्ट्रेशन नहीं था. और रजिस्ट्रेशन ना होने की वजह से, वैलिड ना, लीगल एग्जिस्टेंस नहीं होने की वजह से जो सोल प्रोप्राइटरशिप था उसको कोई भी फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन, कोई भी बैंकिंग उसको लोन नहीं देते थे. तो सोल प्रोप्राइटरशिप बड़े एक लिमिटेड एरिया, एक स्मॉल लेवल पे ही रह जाती थी. तो ये प्रॉब्लम था सोल प्रोप्राइटरशिप में. फिर धीरे धीरे कंपनीज एक्ट 2013 आया तो वहाँ पर भी ये हमारा वहाँ पर भी ये वैलिड हो गया कि 1 पर्सन कैन फॉर्म द कंपनीज, दैट इज नॉन एज 1 पर्सन कंपनी. दिस कम्स अंडर द सेक्शन 3 ऑफ 1 ऑफ कंपनीज एक्ट 2013. ठीक है, हमारा सेक्शन 3 ऑफ 1 और कंपनीज एक्ट 2013 में डिसाइड हो गया कि 1 पर्सन कैन फॉर्म द कंपनी, दैट इज नॉन एज 1 पर्सन कंपनी. 1 पर्सन कंपनी के कुछ रूल्स हैं, कुछ रिक्वायरमेंट्स है. वो रिक्वायरमेंट्स ये है, रूल 3 ऑफ 1 प्रोवाइड्स अ नेचुरल पर्सन who is Indian citizen and resident in India can become the member of one person company. Otherwise, if any person is NRI, then he cannot be formed a one person company. Second condition, second requirement is no person shall be eligible to incorporate more than one OPC company. बेटा जब वन पर्सन कंपनी हमारी स्टार्ट हुई तो उसमें एक छोटी सी कंडीशन ये थी कि जो वन पर्सन कंपनी में जो अपने नेम से रजिस्टर्ड करा रहा है उसको एक नॉमिनी बनाना पड़ेगा. वो नॉमिनी का कोई ऐसा एग्जिस्टेंस नहीं है. वो नॉमिनी किसी अपने फ्रेंड को, अपने रिलेटिव को, अपने मतलब किसी को भी वो नॉमिनी बना सकता है. उस नॉमिनी का इंटरफेरेंस तब होगा जब उस पर्सन की डेथ हो जाएगी या वो पर्सन पूरी तरह से इंसॉल्वेंट हो जाएगा. अदरवाइज उस नॉमिनी का तब तक कोई इंटरफेरेंस नहीं होगा. बट अगर कोई पर्सन एक वन पर्सन कंपनी में नॉमिनी बन गया तो वो किसी अनदर कंपनी में नॉमिनी नहीं बन सकता. सिर्फ एक पर्सन एक ही कंपनी का नॉमिनी बन सकता है. तो नो पर्सन शैल बी एलिजिबल टू इनकॉर्पोरेट मोर देन वन OPC. कोई भी पर्सन एक से ज़्यादा कंपनी में नॉमिनी नहीं बन सकता है. थर्ड वन इज one person company can automatically be converted into public company if there is minimum paid up capital is above 50 lakh and if their annual turnover exceeds 2 करोड़. अगर 2 करोड़ से ज़्यादा सेल हुई या फिर 50 लाख से ज़्यादा पेड अप कैपिटल हुई तो वो ऑटोमेटिकली कन्वर्ट हो जाएगी पब्लिक कंपनी में. बिकॉज देयर इज सम रिस्ट्रिक्शंस और सम रूल्स और रेगुलेशंस फॉर द वन पर्सन कंपनी. इफ वन पर्सन कंपनी एक्सीड्स क्रॉस द लिमिट ऑफ कंपनी देन ऑटोमेटिकली ही कन्वर्ट्स इनटू पब्लिक कंपनी. दिस इज द कंसेप्ट ऑफ वन पर्सन कंपनी. दैट मीन्स कि कंपनीज एक्ट 2013 के अंडर, इसीलिए मैंने आपको यहाँ पे 2 टाइप्स कहा क्योंकि जो हमारा वन पर्सन कंपनीज एक्ट है ये आफ्टर 2013 हुआ कि वन पर्सन भी अपनी कंपनी को सेटअप कर सकता है. बट एक स्मॉल कंडीशन है, वो है नॉमिनी. और नॉमिनी की कंडीशंस मैंने आपको बता दी कि नॉमिनी की क्या कंडीशंस हैं. नाउ व्हाट इज द बेनिफिट्स ऑफ प्राइवेट कंपनी ओवर पब्लिक कंपनी. फर्स्ट इज मेंबर. इन प्राइवेट कंपनी देयर इज मिनिमम 2 मेंबर at maximum 200. In case of public company minimum 7 member and for maximum there is no limit. Second one is director. In case of private company there is requirement of 2 director to fill the quorum and in the case of public company there is requirement of 3 directors to fill the quorum of company. Third one is index of its member. In case of private company there is no need to create index of its member, but in case of public company there is compulsory to maintain the index of its member. Index means to contain all the details of the member, but in case of private company there is no need to maintain index. Fourth one is issue loan. A private company can issue loan to its director without the prior permission of government. But in case of public company there is restrictions. In public company there is no loan issued to its director without the prior permission of government. But a public company जो है वो गवर्नमेंट की कंपनी है. That means कि in case of public company कोई भी वर्क विदाउट परमिशन ऑफ गवर्नमेंट हम नहीं कर सकते. इवन कि हम अपने शेयर को किसी को ट्रांसफर नहीं कर सकते. मतलब हर काम जो होगा वो गवर्नमेंट की परमिशन से होगा, अदरवाइज कोई वर्क नहीं हो सकता. Statutory meeting. In case of private company there is no need of statutory meeting, and in case of public company it is compulsory, it is mandatory to organize a statutory meeting for the record maintenance. But in case of private there is no need to conduct any statutory meeting. Sixth one is no restriction on the number of appointments, remuneration of director in case of private company. But in case of public company there is lots of restrictions on the number of directors, number of appointments, remuneration. These all are restricted in government company because it is decided by the permission of government. But in the case of private company there is no need to take the permission of government. Seventh, issue prospectus. In the case of private company there is no need to issue prospectus, but in the case of public company there is compulsory to issue prospectus, because without issuing the prospectus public company cannot issue the share to general public. It is an important document. If public company wants to invite the public to invest to purchase the share in company, so prospectus is mandatory in the case of public company. but in case of private company there is no need to issue prospectus. 8th is certification of registration. In case of private company, after getting certificate of registration, one can start a private company, but in case of public company there must be a receiving of certificate of registration. After receiving the certificate, a public company can commence the business. Is it clear? This is the benefit of private company over public company. Private company को benefit है, private company personal है, बड़ा सिंपल सा कंसेप्ट है. प्राइवेट कंपनी अपने विश अपने ऊपर डिपेंड करती है, बट इन द केस ऑफ प्राइवेट कंपनी पब्लिक कंपनी देयर इज नीड टू प्रायर परमिशन ऑफ गवर्नमेंट. सो दिस इज द बेनिफिट्स ऑफ प्राइवेट कंपनी ओवर पब्लिक कंपनी. So we are going to discuss the difference between private company and public company, company and cooperative organization. Difference से आप लोगों को काफी पॉइंट्स और काफी चीजें क्लियर हो जाएंगी. So firstly we are going to discuss the difference between private company and public company. Private company minimum number of member is 2 and maximum 200. But in the case of public company, minimum number of member is 7 and for maximum there is no limit. Second, number of directors. We had already discussed in the benefits of private company over public company. That means in the case of private company, there is requirement of 2 member, and in the case of public company, there is 3 director. Third one is basis of difference is prospectus. In the case of private company, there is no need to issue prospectus, but in the case of public company, prospectus is mandatory, because without issuing prospectus, public company cannot invite general public to invest the share in company. Fourth is transfer of shares. In private company, no one can transfer the share to another person, another member, but in case of public company, there is no restriction to transfer of shares. Fifth, index of member. In the case of private company, there is no need to maintain index of member, but in case of public company, it is mandatory to maintain the index of its member. Index means to contain all the information of its member. And next is minimum paid up capital. In the case of private company, there is minimum paid up capital of 1 lakh. In the case of public company, there is no limit. This is the difference between private company and public company. Now second is difference between company and cooperative organization. What is the basic difference between company and cooperative organization? cooperative ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हम पहले ही पढ़ चुके हैं, और कंपनी में हमने प्राइवेट कंपनी और पब्लिक कंपनी को बहुत अच्छे से डिस्कस कर लिया है. नाउ व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन कंपनी एंड कोऑपरेटिव ऑर्गेनाइजेशन? फर्स्ट इज फॉर्मेशन. Formation. In case of private company, there is minimum member of 2, and in case of public company, if there is a minimum member of 7, it can be formed. In case of cooperative organization, there is requirement of minimum 10 member. After 10 members, then we can start the cooperative organization. Second is number of members. A company can be formed after the registration of Companies Act, and cooperative organization can be registered under the Cooperative Act. Number of members we had already discussed. Third is motive. Main motive of company is to earn profit, and the main motive of cooperative organization is to provide services to help to support of its member. And fourth is transfer of share. In case of company, one can transfer the share to another person, but in case of cooperative organization, no one can transfer of shares. Voting right. In companies, 1 share 1 vote. In the case of cooperative organization, 1 man 1 vote. Is it clear? कंपनी में अगर किसी पर्सन ने जितने नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स लिए उतना वोटिंग राइट है, बट कोऑपरेटिव में 1 मैन 1 वोट. चाहे कोई पर्सन 1000 शेयर्स ले ले, 5000 शेयर्स ले ले, बट जो राइट है वो सिर्फ क्या है, 1 मेंबर को 1 वोट का. यहाँ पे क्लियर हो गया ना बेटा? यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा ये हो गया था कि नंबर ऑफ मेंबर्स मैंने पहले डिस्कस कर दिया था, बट फॉर्मेशन में क्या है कि कंपनी इज फॉर्म्ड आफ्टर द रजिस्ट्रेशन ऑफ कंपनीज एक्ट 1956, एंड कोऑपरेटिव ऑर्गेनाइजेशन देयर इज अ कोऑपरेटिव Cooperative Society Act. Is it clear? After the registration of Cooperative Society Act, one can start the cooperative organization. Hope so. Everyone has to clear the difference between company and cooperative organization. Now, we had discussed there are so many forms of business. First, sole proprietorship. Second, partnership. Third, Hindu undivided family business. Fourth, cooperative society. And last, company. We had studied the 5 forms of business organization. Sole proprietorship. Now we are going to comparative study of all forms of business organization. What is the basic difference between sole proprietorship, partnership, Hindu undivided family, cooperative society and companies? First one is basis of difference is formation. In sole proprietorship, any one member can start its business because there is no need to registration. In partnership, if there is minimum 2 members can start a partnership. There is no registration is compulsory, but it depends on the partner. If they want, they can register. Hindu undivided family, there is separated, that is Hindu Succession Act, and for the cooperative society, there is compulsory to register under the Cooperative Society Act. After the registration, cooperative society is formed. In case of company, in case of companies, there is Companies Act 1956. After the registration, one can form the companies. Is it clear? But in case of public company, there is very lengthy procedure. There is requirement of so many documents, so many formalities. The formation of company required very lengthy process. In the second basis of difference is member. In case of sole proprietorship, only one person can start its business. In partnership, minimum 2, maximum 20 and 10 in case of banking. Hindu undivided family, minimum 2 adult member can start the Hindu undivided family. This is the ancestral property. Cooperative society. In cooperative society, there is requirement of 10 members. In company, in case of private company, minimum member is 2 and maximum is 200. And in case of public company, there is minimum 7 and for maximum there is no limit. Third one is capital. In case of sole proprietorship, there is limited capital. In case of partnership, capital more than the sole proprietorship. And in the case of Hindu undivided family, there is ancestral property. It depends on the scale of business. In the case of cooperative society, there is minimum capital, limited capital. And in the case of company, there is larger financial resources. Now liability. In sole proprietorship, liability is unlimited because only one person is responsible for all the liability. Even personal property also, creditor can claim over the personal property of sole proprietorship. Second is partnership. In case of partnership, the liability of member is also unlimited. Even creditor can claim the personal property of the partners. Hindu undivided family, liability of all the member is limited to extent of share, but the liability of karta is unlimited. In cooperative society, the liability of member is limited to the shares. In case of company, the liability of member is limited to the shares of its member. Legal status. In case of sole proprietorship, there is no separate legal existence. In partnership also, there is no need to registration, so there is no legal existence. In case of Hindu undivided family, there is Hindu Succession Act. In the case of cooperative society, there is the Cooperative Society Act. In the case of company, Companies Act 1956, and there is separate legal existence of company. These all are the basis of difference. And there is comparative study of all the forms of business organization. हमने बहुत सारी फॉर्म्स को डिस्कस किया, सोल प्रोप्राइटरशिप, पार्टनरशिप, हिंदू अनडिवाइडेड फैमिली, कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी और कंपनी, और हमने सब में बेसिक डिफरेंस को भी क्लियर कर लिया. होप सो दिस लेक्चर इज क्लियर टू एवरीवन. थैंक यू.